we had to do what we had to do. But I like this job a lot more when I actually get to see all of you and speak with you face to face. And there's just a much more personal feel to it that way. And hopefully we'll be back in that dynamic next year. But thanks for all your patience and for doing the job that you guys do. Always enjoy working with you, and let's try to be back together again next year. So with that, I'll answer any questions that you might have.
First question for Steve is from Jason Dumas, Cron 4.
Hey, Steve. I'm about sick of these Zoom calls too, so hopefully that changes next year. My question is, I guess, how difficult was it this year, and then how difficult do you think it will be this off season? Kind of just managing the timelines. Next year you'll probably have 2 lottery picks if everything goes as planned percentage wise, and then you have James coming back, and then you have Steph in the middle of his prime. This year it was just James, obviously. Next year it might be a few other really young guys. How difficult was it, and is it to kind of navigate both of those factors moving forward?
Well, that's the job, Jason. I mean, every year is totally unique. I know my first year, the difficult part of navigating the season was to have to coach a player like David Lee, who had started and been an all-star. For me as a first-year head coach, to go to David Lee and say, you're not going to be starting anymore. David deserved better, frankly, but he got hurt. Draymond played out of his mind, earned the spot. That season was very difficult on David Lee. He ended up helping us dramatically in the playoffs. We won a championship. It all worked out right. But my point is, that was the challenge that year. How do you take an all-star player and tell him he's going to come off the bench? That's a difficult thing to do as a first-year coach. The next year was something different. This year it was something different. Every year presents its challenges, and so you have to embrace each season as for what it is, and then navigate your way through that and try to help your players be the best versions of themselves. And so this year everything changed with Clay's injury, and that was the challenge, was to say, okay, how can we be really competitive, but also try to bring our young players along at the same time. And that was, I think, a worthy goal, because to be where we want to be when Clay comes back, we need these younger guys to be pretty good. So was that easy? No, it was not easy. But you see the benefits as you go through the season. You see what Jordan Poole meant to us by the end of the season. Think how much better of a team we're going to be next season with Clay back, knowing that Jordan developed the way he did. And so as it relates to James or these two first-round picks or 1 first-round pick, it's the exact same concept. You want to bring guys along so they can help you. Now, the difference next year is, knock on wood, Clay's healthy. We come in from the start. It's a different mindset. New season, new set of circumstances. The mindset is, let's get it done. And whatever that means, then you adapt to that. And that's what coaching is about. That's what being part of the NBA is about. That's what managing a team like Bob does is about.
And as a follow-up, what's your biggest regret, and what are you most proud of this season as a coach?
Biggest regret is just not making the playoffs. And as a coach, you always go back and think of things every single year, unless you win the championship. There's stuff that you go, man, I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done that. And those are the things that you guys are going to want to know. And those are the things that I'm not going to tell you. But I will tell you there are absolutely things that I regret that I could have done better with. But as far as what I'm most proud of is for sure the finish and the fight the guys showed after 50 games where we were sort of lost in the wilderness. I thought our guys did a great job of climbing their way out of the hole and making the season very meaningful.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.